Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video we'll see how to install Android Studio in M1 powered MacBook Air or basically any other platform. All have same process. We also create emulators and we'll install a basic simple app which is given to us by Android Studio to test our setup if it is working fine or not, right? So first of all what we have to do is open our browser and search for Android Studio. So the first link which is from developers.android.com, we'll click on this. Here we'll see multiple options like download option, download Android Studio, release note. One thing to note here ki whatever platform you have, right, it will automatically detect that platform and give you a corresponding recommendation to download. So in my case it is giving me a recommendation for Mac build. So we'll click on this. We'll get a term and condition accept screen. So we'll have to basically accept this terms and condition before downloading it. Then for Mac there are two options now, with Intel chip or with Apple chip. So mine is the Apple chip one. So we'll click on this and it will ask a default download location. We'll provide the default one and click on save. So it will download in some time and then we'll extract and run it. Okay. Yeah, so now the Android Studio is downloaded. We'll click on this to extract because it is a zip file. Now we have this Android Studio application file, right? But what happens mostly is we get a dialog to basically move this application to application folder. But we didn't get it here, so we'll move it manually. So we'll click on this and drag it to this application folder. If you want drag it, it will work again, but it is better to move it to download application folder. Now we click on this application folder and here we'll click on this Android Studio. So it will give us a warning that you have not downloaded it from App Store. So are you sure you want to open this? And we'll click on open. And then it will ask to import some default settings or not. So you click on OK. We don't want any default settings to get there. So now it is a setup wizard. So first we'll click on next and then we want to create a standard installation. So we'll click on this next and then we have option to select themes like light theme or dark theme. I prefer dark theme, so I'll select Dracula. We'll move to next. So then it will download some SDK and GRE etc in our local. So for now it is done, I think, because I have already installed it once, so it may be using it. But if you are doing a fresh install, it will download some dependencies there. We'll click on finish, right? So now my Android Studio is installed and we have now option to create new projects, open existing projects, etc. So we'll click on new project to make a simple basic project, right? So we'll click on this basic activity. So a basic framework given to us with two fragments and some navigation etc. So we'll select this and click on next, right? So we'll give this a name of test app. So now we'll click on finish. So here we can select to minimum SDK we want to support, like we want to support only Nougat or we want to support all back to 5.0 Lollipop. So support till 5.0 and we'll click on finish. So it will now download some dependencies for the first time, some Gradle scripts will run and all those things, and it will take some time. So let's see. Yeah, so our project is now synced. Gradle script have stopped running, so now we can run this application. So I have already created a basically a emulator, so but I'll create another one to show how to create emulator. So for creating emulators, we'll have to go in the right side, top right, to AVD manager. So we'll click on this AVD manager. Here I have created three, so I'll create one more. So we'll click on this create virtual device and then we'll select our device type. So those device which have this Play Store button, you can install apps from Play Store directly there. So it is a better kind of device. It has support for Play Store. In those which don't have Play Stores, you won't be able to download anything from Play Store. So I'll create a Pixel 4. Let's create a Pixel 4 Play Store edition, right? So we'll click on next, and then here we have uh, Android version like S, R, Q, API labels, and also the architecture of the processor. Like mine is ARM M1 power chip, which is based on ARM, so I'm using ARM. But if you go to x86, if you have an Intel device, you can select anything related to x86, right? But always prefer recommended one because those are the best one for your system. Now I'll click on next. I'll give it to a name, test, or Android 4, Android Dev Sunny, right? So now finally click on finish. So now our emulator is created, Pixel 4 Android Dev Sunny. So for starting, we can either click on this play button or we can click here and click on this cold boot now. So for now, we'll click on this play button. It is fine to click it here, and now our emulator will run. It will take some time to boot up. Basically, it will, yeah, there's no booting. And once it is up, we'll install our app. So this basic app, I haven't done anything here. It is the default app which is given to us when we select, that base activity or that particular activity, empty activity, I think. So now our emulator is up and running. So what we'll do, we'll minimize it so that we have both in the same screen. Now I will click on this run button. So this will run the app. It will build and run the app. Basically install the app in emulator. So it is showing which emulator I have selected. So if I have collected a device, it will appear here in a list, right? This is a list. So right now I have not connected any device, so only my emulators which is running is there, and also all the other available emulators which are not running. I can select them and it will start running, and the Android Studio will run them first and then install the app. So now see, our app is installed in this particular emulator. So I can click on next, I can click on previous. So this is how basically we install and we create emulators and run our apps. So yeah, we downloaded the Android Studio, we then created emulators, and we run our test app. So now everything is fine because the application is up and running. So this is the basic setup. This is what you need minimum to start Android development. I hope you learned how to create or may set up Android Studio in your local so that you can start Android development. Thank you guys. Please subscribe and like this video.